Good evening, or good afternoon, or good morning, from any part that you're watching from from the world. At the moment that you're watching this video, I'm very grateful that you're watching this video right now. If you don't know who I am, my name is Tony Hernandez Pumarejo. I'm an autistic self advocate. I'm an advocate for the autism community, and I do different works in the community. I'm the author and writer of the book called An Autism A Scripted Life, which talks about my life in the autism spectrum from the moment I was diagnosed, the struggles that I went through, and how I was able to overcome the struggles in order to achieve key life goals such as graduating from college, getting full-time employment, having my own business, and becoming TV collaborator. I'm also, as I mentioned, TV collaborator, speaker, and again, advocate for the community. It's an honor and a privilege to have you watch me here at this, to watch this video. This for me will be one of the most important videos I've ever done in my life. I wanted to do this video in regards to the situation that we're living. I wanted to give my perspective in terms of what's going on from my own words and with my conscience and everything. I just wanted to do this video. Before I do, I wanted to state for the record that the expressions that the message I'm going to give is not affiliated to the work that I do, whether it's on TV or to my employer or to the autism community. So the opinions and statements that will be done in this video are not reflective of the entities and the work that I do in the community. This is my personal video that I'm doing as Antonio Hernandez Pumarejo, just expressing my opinion, having exercising my rights of freedom of speech, which are still which still exist in this world at the moment. And I just wanted to do this video to talk about the situation that we're living right now, not only in the United States, but also worldwide. And I wanted to give my opinion. Uh, so let's begin. First things first, I know that there's a lot of things going on. I know that there's a lot of confusion, a lot of things, to be honest with you. A lot of times I wonder if this is even real, if this is a nightmare, or is this like a scenes of a movie. But in reality, it's not a movie. It's really happening in our lives. It's something close to the times in which I felt like this. In addition to what what it was a crazy, an unbelievable year of 2020, was when 9/11 happened. I was born in 1990, so the events of last year and also the events of 9/11 for me are the most surreal events that I've experienced in my lifetime. So it is very, we're witnessing a lot of changes, and we're living very, very challenging and difficult moment for our world. It's very sad in so many things, so much confusion. A lot of times I don't know who I can believe or who to trust. Um, and it's very, very, it's very troubling seeing the divisions, the fights between each other, among us, fighting over, not only politics, but other different other topics, like the COVID situation, like religion, like race, seeing, and not only we're arguing about this, but the way we're arguing about these topics, going to the point of hatred, going to the point of not talking to anybody or not respecting other people's opinions or points of view. Not, in other words, there's the will to sit down and discuss the differences from the heart is almost coming to an extinction, basically. In other words, it's like it doesn't exist from all sides. And I had to be honest with all, because I know that I have people that follow me different walks of life, political opinions, ideologies, economics, countries. So, this is what it is. And the sad thing is that we as a society don't truly realize what's happening and how is this divisions, how these fights are, how these arguments are being used to turn against each other. And the ones who really benefit from all of this are the evil forces of this world. And the evil forces of this world, as I call them, have been called different names. You can call them elite, you can call them deep state, you can call them like the top rulers of the world. I call them evil forces because that's what they are. And that's what they want us to be doing, is to continue to be divided and not realizing the situation, the grave situation that we're facing right now in our world. There's a lot of changes happening and not to our benefit. And unless we don't do something to realize what's going on, then things are going to become even more difficult for all of us. And that's something that we're not realizing, we're not getting, and it's very sad. For example, let's take the topic which is the most controversial topic right now, is the censorship issue. For example, the media text censoring different profiles, even the profile of the president of the United States, for example, in social media, and many other people. A lot of censorship also with the doctors, and that we're trying to say, where you going on with the pandemic, for example. Whether whether you agree or disagree with those people, certainly with the president, which I believe, well, which right now, when you talk about the president, it creates very high emotions with everybody, whether you are for the president, for or against the president, it creates high emotions. But people are missing the point, in my opinion, and they're not realizing the consequences that these actions, are gonna bring. Because today they're censoring the president or they're censoring these people, but tomorrow it could be you. It's very troubling, not only to see this happening, but a lot of times seeing people support this, in other words. So that's just one of the things that are happening, not to mention the situation with the pandemic, which I understand, and I'm not saying that the coronavirus doesn't exist or anything like that. That's not the point. The point is how the coronavirus situation has been used to restrict, freedoms and liberties, create like a social experiment which has created consequences in our society. In which a lot of times we don't talk about the indirect deaths of the lockdowns, the depression, the abuse, the loss of income, depression, loss of businesses, and not only that, but the hypocrisy within our government and our politicians in regards to the lockdowns. So we have a pandemic, but we have a social experiment at the same time happening. So and the ones who are really losing in this battle, it's not them. They're continuing to benefit from all of this. Is we, society, you and me, they go through the day by day situations, and we continue to. And the worst part is we continue to argue with each other, to the point of hating each other, and it's got to a point in which families and communities have been destroyed because of this. And this is not new, and this didn't start last year. It has been building and building and building for years and decades. Guess what? By the same forces that want to to have us all control. So this is a very sad situation, and I'm just being honest with you guys. A lot of times I've been sad and depressed, not for me. A lot of times I've been for me, but I'm not talking about myself right now. I feel very sad for the way we're heading, the direction that we're heading as an overall society, not only the United States but worldwide. And especially when I think about children and the world that they had to grow in, they had to grow up, that they're getting into. It makes me even more sad as to why they had to go through all of this. Overall, we're here because of the consequences of our actions, for not holding our elected officials accountable, and for not taking actions to build a better society for all. Right now, we're continuing to be divided by these evil forces, and we need to do something to be able to step back and realize that we have more in common than what divides us. We have more in common, and we need to realize, starting making changes, real changes in our society, to be able to build a better world for all. Because if we don't, then we're going to see more things getting more difficult. So I need to do this video with my conscience. A lot of times trying to respect other points of view and not to impose my points of view on others. But it come to a point in time in which I had to speak up, because there's a lot of things that are happening. And don't be surprised if things, more unusual things happen in the next couple of days, months, and years ahead. But we need to start making real changes, starting with ourselves. I'm asking you a couple of questions, and you don't need to answer to me right now. You have to look into the mirror to see if this is how we got into this point. And also asking you have to ask yourself, is this the best we can do? Do we need to get to this point of being so divided, so angry about everything, and intolerant, especially for the community that I defend and I advocate, which is the autism community? We need to get to this point. Is this the best we can do as a society? If we truly realize, the potential, and realize our true selves, that we can solve the different problems that affect our overall society. And we need to start the changes within ourselves, starting with ourselves, families, community, and going on. No government, no one person will be able to do it for you. You have to do it starting with you, your family, and your community. So I just wanted to do this video to express my point of view in terms of the situation that is happening right now. Whether you agree or disagree with my position, that's irrelevant right now, especially with the COVID situation, which is being used, unfortunately, to divide more people as ever before, just like other events especially in my lifetime, like 9/11 and what happened last week in the Capitol. We need to make changes in our world, but it is up to us to do it. And despite the negativity, despite that things are seem so lost in the world, I refuse to believe that this is the best we can do. I believe we can build a much better world, much better, in fact, than the world before COVID started. I believe, and from my part, I'll do everything I can, no matter what. Whether you're with me or you're against me, or you support me or you don't support me, I'll do everything that I can with my conscience to be able to make that difference. And most important of all, to end this video, I'm asking all of you to pray to our Creator, to our God, to our Lord, and for guidance in this very difficult time. And that's what we can do. I truly believe that things are happening and big changes are happening for a reason, but we need to make the changes us. Not that way we can build a better world, not only for humans, for all the beings in this world. And I truly believe that the changes that are happening are going to lead us to a better world. And by that, just me. So thank you so much for taking time from your busy schedule to listen to me. I just wanted to express this opinion, and anything that I can help, I'm always be available. So thank you so much. Have a good evening, good afternoon, or good day. Thank you.